Hello there, I'm Boo, or Jamie, and I like drawing, maximizing my hours in all the Pokemon games to find shinies, and I like to complain about lore in World of Warcraft. Hello, and welcome back to a new episode on the channel. Today, as every so often, we're gonna open my Great Vault together on my Hunter, and I think I also have one on my Evoker. But first, as a YouTuber with many controversies so far, you know, sometimes I claim that A-Class is not as much fun as it could be, sometimes I say that Blizzard could take more care of their game, and all of these things are already pretty bad, but guys, I have to be honest with you, I did something that's even worse than the things I've done so far. I lied to you. Unknowingly, and yet I lied to you. In one of my videos of the past month, the one where I showed you all my favorite pets from the new expansion, or rather the patch that came with the War Within, I falsely claimed that this pet, Dungorger Crawlock, that this is a pet that was added with the patch. This is wrong. This has not been added with the patch. This has been tameable for years. It was tameable before Dragonflight. It actually became tameable with Shadowlands. I hope you can forgive me for this one. If I can somehow work my way back up so I can get your trust back, I will try my best and my earnest. To all the Cup of Boo fans out there, I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's tickle back to my vault and let's see what this beautiful Wednesday has brought us. So last week I definitely did a lot of delves with friends, but to be honest, I kinda do delves with all my level 80 characters, so sometimes I actually forget to do enough on my Hunter, especially because my Hunter doesn't have that many keys, so that's also not fun. Let's quickly check. Okay, we're survival. Good. Then let's do this. And bada boom, bada bang, bada boom, bada bang. Okay. That looks okay. Okay. So we have this neck. This also dropped in my heroic run that I did, and it's even... Ooh, it's all the way up to 626. That's kind of neat. We get a belt. This is the Hunter belt, however, so that's rather boring. And the bag from the first boss in normal version. I mean, this is a really cool transmog, by the way. Wait, I have to hide maybe also my shoulders. This is a bag that drops from the very first boss. Obviously, it hides your weapon, as these things do. But I think that is really cool transmog, and unless you're wearing ginormous transmog as me, then you can also see it. Okay, moving on. We have a cool cloak. We have this bottled Flayed-Wing Toxin. Oh man, I had hoped that I would have been free of you, but since they brought back the Necrotic Wake, of course, this trinket is also back. Man, so many of my characters had this trinket back in the day, and like, it's not even that bad, but you constantly have to apply this toxin to your weapons, and I am just really good at forgetting stuff like that. I think I even had a weak aura back in the day because I kept forgetting putting it on my weapons. Bracers, always the most exciting thing. Set pants, as always. I always get tier set stuff from like my delve section in the vault, like every single time I get tier, which isn't the worst. This trinket that turns you into an ascended Nerubian, and as you can see, I apparently just bothered to do 2 high delves and that was it. Well, that means we can ignore this. Honestly, this is rather boring. Like, there is nothing that I would pick transmog wise, because like this back piece, I am pretty sure I can just farm because it's the first boss. Stuff that drops from the first boss is never really worth picking from the vault, unless it's like your biz thing and it never drops. So yeah, I'm probably gonna choose the pants because these I can also turn into the mythic version ones. I also have a curio somewhere. Where is it? There. I also have a curio from my normal run, so that's also neat. And I think I'm also gonna do the LFR wings before I'm gonna pick anything, even though it doesn't really matter. Pants are also the ones that I cannot get from the Dragthier set that I'm still trying to hunt down. I don't even think I still need something from the first 3 bosses, so we can just sign up for these 2, which is really neat. Makes it a lot faster to get through all these sections of the raid, but I also got lucky and the heroic bow dropped when I was in the raid on heroic. And that means, no wait, not this one. I think now I have all of them. Yeah, this one. This is the version of the heroic bow, and at some point when I have the stuff to upgrade these things, then I can also turn this into the mythic version. And I think the mythic version looks really cool. I think it's a very dark ranger thing to wear. At least that's what I have in mind. Yeah, look at this. Man, this is really, really neat. Especially as someone who still hasn't gotten their hands on this stupid bow from stupid Sylvanas. By the way, I don't really know why they listed this as a boss drop from Sylvanas just in general, because you cannot get this in Raid Finder. Very important here. Just in case you start spamming this on LFR. I mean, I think so. Wait. In light of my latest little controversy, I'm gonna look this up real quick before I'm gonna tell you some more lies. Nope. The old noggin still works. This beautiful bow does not drop on LFR, which is a pity because that is the only mode where you can skip Kel'Thuzad. And Kel'Thuzad is sadly one of these bosses that you need 2 people for to beat him, because otherwise he will just despawn, because like he has 2 phases, one where you just fight against him and one where you go into his phylactery that for some reason this super smart man just left in the same room that we fight him in. But don't even get me started on Kel'Thuzad Shadowlands. Kel'Thuzad from Shadowlands is maybe even my least favorite character of the whole expansion. And now we gonna visit the biggest, the baddest, the most impressive and incredible villain that World of Warcraft has ever seen. You know, you just gotta trust, because the really cool thing is, if you just come up with a super shallow villain that has never done anything in your big, very long-running game and story, just say that he did all of the bad things that you initially thought someone else did, or multiple people did, because that immediately makes them the big villain, you know? And that is very deep and very cool. That's just good writing, okay? You will not dominate me, you sad excuse for a character. Kapow, 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 kapow. Yeah. Whatever. Get down, thank you. And that is not what I wanted from you, you stupid puppet. Let's do a quick selfie for the fans. And let's get out of here. Because that is a really cool thing. The Weapon of the Jailer, for some reason, is not a legendary, which makes it obtainable also in the LFR version. Yes, I didn't bought the stupid gravel back in Shadowlands with my dinars. Dinners? I don't know how you pronounce that. I had bigger fish to fry. Alrighty. I actually have to look up which LFR wings I still need to go to, because I have gotten a lot of transmog last week. I was really lucky. But I think I still need a lot of... No, not mythic. I mean, I definitely need Syoden Athreus, so let's just have an audience with Arrogance while we're still waiting for a current LFR invite to pop. Although I think that as long as we're in here, they're paused, because this is also LFR, and yeah, they didn't really think well about this one, I think. Open the door, my dearest prince. I want to take care of Big Daddy D. Can we just appreciate that beautiful painting that he has hanging there of himself? You know, that on its own just makes him one of the best villains that we ever had. This painting. It doesn't even really look like that. I love this man. He could have single-handedly saved Shadowlands, honestly. Honestly though, I think in a world where maybe Shadowlands would have been its own thing and would have had nothing to do with like our Land of the Dead, because as I've probably said time and time again, I just don't think the idea of having like a Land of the Dead in a game where death of characters is so important was ever a good idea. If they would have just made the Shadowlands some world that we visit, some world that we save, just like we saved so many other worlds as well, including our own, I think this could have been just an okay expansion. But yeah, the way they did it, not so much. And now, dearest sire, please give me my shoulders, please. Pretty please? And no. That's just, again, for the 10th millionth time, these stupid cloth shoulders that I got back in Shadowlands. This is not what I want from you, my man. This man never gives me what I want. Did I mention how much RP this raid has? Because it's a lot. And it's every wing. And it's all the time. and you can't skip it. Oh yeah, baby, Sword of the Primus, hell yeah. I mean, this is also an amazing way to farm those 20 renown levels that you have left over with every other character that you can buy the Road to 60 renown item with, which you can buy, I think, as soon as you have done either one Covenant completely with your main or all 4 of them. I am not sure. Like I said, I've played Shadowlands completely all the time. I never stopped playing during Shadowlands, which is funny because I think I stopped 3 times during Dragonflight. And I cannot really tell you anymore when they added which skip and which skip is available when and what you need to do for each. Apologies. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna kill you while you have this shield activated. I'm not gonna do the mana thing again. Give me something good. I said give me something good. Yeah, sure. Or give me absolutely nothing. That is also fine. That is also fine with me. Goodbye. Alright, they have already started with the trash. I'm okay with that one. I don't need to do the entire little section. Although this event takes way too long. I think it's not a very popular opinion, but sometimes, man, I wish they would have done more raids like the Trial of the Crusader, where you had nothing but bosses the entire way through. Because that was nice. Especially when I do events like this one, I miss it. Like, AoE is nice, but if you want to do AoE, you can just run M+. You know? That's at least my opinion. Raids are for bosses. There, I said it. There he is. Man, I said this last time we were here, and I will say it again. If this boss becomes tameable, I will forgive Blizzard a few things. Oh no, not the worm. Incredibly concentrated survival gameplay over here. There is so much AoE happening, and I'm not happening where the AoE is happening. Okay, I thought that my group can handle these guys, but apparently we cannot, which is okay. Man, sometimes I just love the German community of WoW. People just have no chill, which I get. The LFR is not a very chill place, to be honest. It's a very do your job or get out of my way. Oh no, and there's worm fixated on us, which is never a good thing. But I heard that this boss today will drop me my waist, which would make me a very happy bean indeed. Oh no, there's another fixated worm. Now what? We're gonna go where no worm has ever gone to this other worm. And these are truly colossal spiders. And I sometimes WoW names stuff not really expertly, but with these ones, they hit the nail right on the head. And yes, it is expertly done how I always throw my little sentinel circle whenever the boss moves, okay? It is a skill. This stuff doesn't come naturally to everyone. Let's not talk about it, okay? Guys, there are still eggs. There are still eggs. No, I got infested by a worm. Ew. Oh my god. Everyone quiet down. There is the belt. But good old Billy over here already rolled an 88. Can we top that? No, we cannot. I'm so angry. Okay, what is this? Chest item. No, I don't think I want that, and I already have this. Why can I roll on this again? We have a chest that we can turn, and we have a curio, and we have more than enough charges, and there are probably people that would be very, very happy to get their hands on a tier set from the LFR, so you know what? I'm just here to roll on these stupid Dracthyr items, evoker items, and they're not dropping. And that's very annoying. And also my mother is calling me, but I cannot pick up right now. Alright, but Nexus Princess Kuvessa will definitely give us whatever she can give us, which is, I think, only a crossbow? A cool crossbow, because it's from this raid, so yay! Let's get a crossbow and lose it to Billy, probably, once again. Ah, Billy! Cannot believe that you ruined my chances for my Dracthyr Evoker Transmog. I will always call them Dracthyr, let's be honest here. That is the shallow absence of a crossbow, I suppose. But, what is this? Bracers. I mean, I don't mind it, because that means that I can keep farming transmog, but I don't really understand why I can need on this if I have hero bracers, but whatever. Whatever. Let's get out of here. You know, looking at this, one could almost think that Shadowlands is my favorite expansion. Listen, guys, okay? I like the transmog from Shadowlands the normal amount. Speaking of Shadowlands transmog, apologies, but I think this channel will just be we gotta finish our dragon racing achievement and we're gonna get all the Shadowlands transmog for the next few episodes, because that's just what I'm doing currently. And wow, I haven't even opened my weekly vault with the Evoker yet, because I'm just constantly running through all these raids that are finally giving me their transmog. And honestly, the Warband update, man, it's such a godsend for these raids, because I'm just farming all the sets at once. And also, we have something very fun to do with this character, because I am spamming Sanctum of Domination on all difficulties currently, because I'm still missing a few of the weapon appearances, actually. And I'm also trying to finish up a few of the sets. And the cool thing about Sanctum of Domination is that the raid is located in the Maw. And you guys probably know this. If not, then buckle up for a little history lesson, because we couldn't ride within the Maw when this beautiful expansion came out. In fact, we couldn't ride in the Maw for over a year. And only with the Korthia patch arriving did good old Blizzard finally enable us to call our mounts within the Maw. Apart from the fact that traveling in the Shadowlands is horrendous, because you can only fly to the different Covenant. You cannot go there by yourself. You always have to take the Flight Master, which is, it was cool the first time and second time, but then it got kinda old kinda quickly. And back in the day, all my characters were engineers, because that was simply the best profession for this stupid expansion, because an engineer can port themselves everywhere, anywhere in the Shadowlands every 15 minutes. Yeah, and you didn't even have to skill that profession to do that, you just had to learn it. And right now we are on our way to meet dearest Lady Moonberry, because to be able to ride in the Maw, we have to do the Korthia campaign. And currently, I cannot do that because I haven't done anything with the Covenants yet. On this character, at least. Which is great, because that means I still have to play this little introduction, which was cool the first time, but let me tell you, the 30th time around, because I play that many characters, yeah, is really not that... yeah, you know, it's not that groundbreaking anymore. I have no idea why this is not skippable. There is so much in WoW that you can skip. There are so many things that I have never done with any character again, and I cannot even choose to do them again. But this stuff, yeah, sure. Show me again, Lady Moonberry. What happened to the first soul that came to Ardenweald? You're not gonna tell me that they stood before the Winter Queen, right? Because that would be crazy. No way. Anyway, the loot gods have been real nice to me. I have found a lot of transmog already, and I am done with so many sets. I cannot wait to start alting again and get my hands on a few classes that I haven't played in some time. Currently, I really have all my hands full with when I find the time to game, to do some War Within stuff and also do all this transmog gathering stuff. But joining the prayer circle right now that maybe the new update will launch on the 22nd of October, which is currently what many people say could be the release date of the patch, which would be real neat. And now for Kreen Grove, because for some reason we still have to go up, up, up and talk to the beautiful Winter Queen, another of the many, many, many wasted potentials of characters in the Shadowlands.
You have achieved much in the span of a mortal life.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm a super old dragon, can't you see that? Man, some of these things just don't work with every class and race now, do they, huh? Let's get this over with real quick. Oh yeah, I got a soul from Denetrius. By the way, if you're doing this anyway with your characters, then maybe make sure to do this with a character that is with the Night Fae Covenant. Because the Night Fae Covenant has this neat little thing where you can just gather soul shapes, like this little ability that they gave you, that should be in my spell book, that sadly never really made it into any of the... Yeah, there it is. It sadly never really made it into any of the class trees, which is kind of sad because this right here is Shadowlands in a nutshell. And you can gather so many forms for this all over the Shadowlands and even beyond. There are some that will drop from like BGs and stuff like this. There is a toy, however, so that's pretty neat, that can turn you into your soul shapes. As far as I'm concerned, which I think is a little bit sad and a little bit silly, is that you can only turn into all the forms that your current character has. So that means that if you change from your main in Shadowlands and are now playing a character that you haven't really played in Shadowlands, then that toy will not turn you into anything crazy and you will have to gather all of them again. But hey, that is Blizzard for you. And now we also need to... Oh my god, yeah. This doesn't bring back good memories, I can tell you that. Oh my lord. Sometimes I'm still flabbergasted that they actually went through with this. With the stupid soul conduits. Oh my god. You had to be there to know what that was like. Hey, but the good thing is now we have the High Lord calls, which means we can go back to Bolvar. And he's gonna give us the quest to Korthia, and then we can ride in the Maw. Yay! Didn't take long at all. So off we zoom. Nothing ever escapes from the Maw. Unless you have plot armor. Hiya, superhero landing. Kabow. And now, let's jump onto our horse. That will now not ignore our call in the Maw. And zoom over there, because over there is the Sanctum of Domination, in case you guys didn't know. Every now and then, I'm reminded of the fact that not everyone played this garbage expansion. So, I think this was the last one that was horribly grindy, at least when it came to your everyday stuff that you had to do. I think now they make professions very grindy, which is also not very nice, but hey, at least it's not affecting everyone now anymore. But man, the Shadowlands grinds, again, you had to be there to know how very, very bad they were. While we're galloping over there to my raid on normal, by the way, I will just make it very short and painless. I am ignoring basically almost everything that happened lore-wise in the Shadowlands whenever I play World of Warcraft, because apart from breaking my heart with a few things they did, I just, again, I think this expansion was very bad. Lore-wise, very, very bad. Like I said in my last video, the current constant exposure to this lore is not really making it better. And also, another really cool thing, while we're zooming in here, and have this really cool loading screen, by the way, one of my favorites. But again, it's just upgraded Icecrown Citadel, so of course I like it. We're gonna be awesome and not take a single anima power. Yeah. That's how cool we are. Shout out for anyone who cares. Oh, I don't have it in my inventory anymore. Yeah, ignore all the anima beads, okay? Just ignore them. Ignore them. For your own good. Dearest Sylvana Windrunner drops a quiver for hunters. And just so you know, and you don't go through the absolute horrible thing that is LFR Sylvanas, you cannot wear this thing on anyone but I shortly have to complain about this one. No, you don't get it. This item, this stupid glaive, I farmed this glaive on all the difficulties with my demon hunter back in Shadowlands religiously every week. I just wanted these glaives because they look awesome. They never dropped, and no matter with what character I do the stupid terror group, he always drops at least 2 to 5 apparently glaives, just to mock me. I don't know what it is about this stupid expansion, but this expansion just mocks me all the time. Anyway, back to the very important stuff. Yeah, good old Sylvanas Windrunner drops this one, Dark Ranger's Quiver. And yeah, I'm still missing 2 colors, one of them from the LFR. So I thought, well, I can still spam the LFR on one of my other characters, right? Yeah, you can, but for some reason, Blizzard didn't put that in item. You cannot send this to anyone, like this is not warband bound, and you don't get the appearance if you're not a hunter. Thank you very much for that. I don't really know why that's the case. They probably just overlooked that item or ignored it, but it's not very nice. No. Oh yeah, another thing that I think absolutely slaps in Shadowlands raids in general, but especially in the Sanctum of Domination, is the music, by the way. In Shadowlands, I still believed in the whole World of Warcraft might be bad, but the art team is always delivering. Now come here, you sexy eye. That a very, very, very smart man once traded to big man, evil man guy. Who would have ever known? But hey, we finally got the normal gloves, which is very much appreciated. We are actually currently here because we are waiting for the helmet to drop, because then I am finally done, after 5 very intense days of farming, I think, with all the Sanctum of Domination mail sets, which, as you know, is my go-to goal with all the hunter sets, because I want to be done with all of them, because I like that. I am very much into completing stuff, and this someone already said it in the comments of my last video, and honestly I can only agree. This change that Shadowlands' legacy loot is so far the most exciting thing that has happened in the War Within. And honestly, and I will just say this once, and then I will let the topic rest, but I hope this woman stays in the Maw for ever and ever and ever until the end of the World of Warcraft lore, because I don't ever want to see this failure of a character arc ever again in my life. Stay away, woman. I'm really sorry for what they did to you, King. You did not deserve that. Ooh, but thank you so much for dropping that helmet. That means we are done. 4 out of 4 sets completed. Ah, doesn't that look nice? I think that looks real nice. But since I'm also preparing an ID for my fiance's hunter, so she can also have her chance at the legendary bow from Sylvanas, we're gonna move on, which is also not that bad, because I think the Guardian, the Guardian is still dropping me a staff that I'm missing, and man, doesn't that look neat, that thing. It does. I said this to my fiance a few days ago, but sometimes I feel like Dragthyr wouldn't have felt so very out of place and so un-Warcrafty if they would have been released in the Shadowlands. Honestly, there are so many little weirdos running around in the Shadowlands that one more wouldn't have been that weird to look at. Man, we're coming face to face with a legend over here. This boss, not only was this boss a lot of fun to watch during the Race to the World First during Shadowlands Season 2, this was also a very fun boss to progress yourself. I remember many times that I was lying on this floor completely dead. Many times. But it was fun. Remember to bait that fire not in the path that you want to walk, guys. Otherwise that could be very, very bad for your group. And especially how your group sees you. Most of the time as a little annoying prick. It's always very handy to play a class with an immunity in this fight. Not that I obviously would have ever ran into these spears. Come on. I'm a way too skilled gamer for that one. You know, one thing they could have really done for the sake of my sanity would have been making these guys sellable to vendors for like 1 copper each, because either you throw them out or you get them to your soul forge, which both is equally annoying to do. Don't even dare to play next Rama's music at this point. You do not deserve that, Shadowlands. You also don't deserve to use Kel'Thuzad in such a way. Oh, and by the way, even though I usually always ask for your guys' opinions, I think this is the one thing where I will never back down. My opinion on Shadowlands is set in stone, and none of you will ever change it. I bloody hate this stuff. Now, give me a staff. That is not a staff, but I think we got our cloth girdle. Yeah, we did. Okay. I mean, I can live with that, I think. Let's quickly take care of Rokello, and then we're gonna get out of here. This game just robbed me of my loot. What's going on? And then the one time I think, oh, I'm gonna give this out of that caverns a chance because this rare mob drops one of the thingies that I still need for one of my dragons. I cannot loot it? Man, you better send me this with the mail. Dragonflight. Haha! Okay. You know what, Dragonflight? Maybe you're not so bad after all. You live. for today. Give me that. Thank you very much. Nice large finned throat for my slither drake. Ah, and I'm flying very expertly through the city. Yes, yes, that's me. Hello. And I thought for the end of this video, even though usually we do dragon riding, I thought today we just get loot with a dragon. Yay! Yeah, let's open our Great Vault. I think this is super not exciting at all because I think I once again have... Oh, never mind. I have 2 things to select. I mean, yeah, I I think item level wise, I think even though this has a beautiful socket and we're only wearing an explorer belt over here, I almost think like we're gonna take the 660 pants with this one. And then we can also turn it into tier finally, and then I have a 2-tier set bonus. Hell yeah. Yeah, I mostly just run LFR with this character, so I can fill these with maybe transmog from the LFR, since, like I said, I'm not really playing this character. Fun fact, as soon as you turn them, I'm not sure about enchantments, but definitely gems are removed from the items that you turn into tier, which is great, because that meant that my, I think, 6,000 gold gem was just gone out of my head with my hunter. That was cool. That was really cool. I liked that. That is a cool thing, Blizzard. More of that. Kapow. Laggards of the Destroyer. Oh, that looks so good. Oh, I wish you could get these offset. Alrighty. But with all of that said and done, I'm gonna end today's episode right here and now. This one has been a little bit of everything. Once again, currently, I'm not really into like just doing one specific character or doing one specific topic, but I don't think you guys mind. Maybe we're gonna do that at some point. I mean, probably once I start playing my Drakthir Hunter, I'm definitely gonna be more on one character again. But hey, then we're also gonna do a lot of anniversary stuff. I'm really hoping that there's gonna be a lot of exciting stuff that also is fun to do, but we're gonna see that when it's out. And in any case, if you like this episode, please consider leaving a like or a comment. It helps and I appreciate it so much. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, maybe consider doing that as well. And well, I hope I'm gonna see you in the next episode. And until then, bye bye!